Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Hearing Holip bringing up donations remind me of the people who scam gullible black people out of their hard-earned money for land in Africa. Yeah, exactly. See, my thing is this. What are we, when you listen to us, when you listen to these live streams, when you listen to us trying to get people to come and be a part of the BAIO, is there a GoFundMe page to the BAIO?
We're not even monetized.
Does the BAIO have a Cash App? Did we pushing and telling people we're not? Yeah, this channel isn't even monetized. What are we pushing when we go to the people? We go to the people saying, give us your time, give us your energy. That's more important than your money.
And here's the thing, if you're going to ask people for money, you got to have a business model. The thing is, you should not be running like we know in the conscious community, they run off of donations. They don't have businesses. These people don't have sustainable businesses. They run off of people's donations. When I'm thinking of you're donating something, I think you're donating to a nonprofit cause. You're not making a profit out of this. When I'm donating my money, I'm thinking, okay, you're donating your money to a particular cause. So let's say homelessness or children who need a home. You're donating your money to help them out. I'm not donating my money for you to make a profit or you to take that money and go off. If you're trying to make a profit, you should already have a business or business model or a cooperative in place. And that's one of the things that you look back at previous organizations in the past, like the UNIA, Garvey's movement. Garvey's movement was going back to Africa, but he set up corporations, he set up factories, he set it up a newspaper, he created the Black Star Line. He was creating businesses and means to make money, not using people's donations.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do.
And
we're
full
trying
transparency.
to have jobs.
Full transparency. The BAIO has a PayPal account, and guess what it's for? We have a cap of 10 people who donate on a monthly basis to maintain the website. That's it. It's a cap. So like if let's say people donate, like this has recently happened, like 3 people had to drop off, so we had to get 3 more people to keep the cap at 10. That's it. And these people are paying what, $10 a month? Full transparency. But when you listen to our live streams, nobody's asking anybody for money because we don't need it. The only thing we need is to maintain the site. As long as we got enough people to maintain the site, everybody can be on this and be involved in the BIO without putting a dime out of their pocket. As a matter of fact, I've turned down people and said, like people say, well, I know you got 10, but I want to donate. I'm like, why?
What that for? Shows integrity.
What for? We don't need your extra $10. We got enough people. Like we decided that the cap is 10. That's a good amount because if we need things for the website or we want to get certain programs, whatever, we have enough in the kitty to take care of that. That's all that's for, is to take care of the site. So people donating on top of that is unnecessary. It may make you feel good, but we really don't need that. I would much rather rather than having $10 a month, you know what would really be cool? If you can donate an hour out of the week to do a live stream. I'll take that over $10, $20, $30. Spirit Leftist says put in the link. Oh, she must be talking about the link to get on the show.
Yeah, she says she sees it, so we'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, that's more important, man. Like if we can get membership to do like dedicate just 1 hour out of the week to doing a live stream talking about nationhood from whatever perspective you want to talk about it. From the STEM perspective, from the finance and economics perspective, from the social cultural perspective, the interpersonal relationship, however you want to take it, however you want to do it. I would much rather have that than to have your little $10 per month. And I can show you. We had a live stream. I have to go back and find the live stream, but it was me and neo black nationalists were having a live stream, and a brother came on saying that he was ready to donate 50,000, and I turned him down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to find. I don't remember. I know it was on a live stream, and I have to find it and try to search. But it's the one with me and that because I said to him on the live stream, why?
We don't want to take what I said because the thing is, if we're gonna use your money, we're gonna make sure that we tell you what it's gonna be used for. We're not
Right,
just gonna hoard it.
right,
When we ask you for something, we're gonna tell you what it is, and that's one of the things I was talking about earlier in the conscious community. They say they love black people, but will scam them. When you ask them what are the solutions, they get mad at you. When they ask you, like we said, they said they were gonna build a Black Wall Street. Where is that? Where the money went?
hmm
We have people in the conscious community, either they in jail, they are committed fraud, or they're in court because they cared about getting people's money rather than telling people that this is what it's going to be used for. I need to see the receipts. I need to see the receipts.
hmm
I need to be able to see the forms. I need to see the plan. I need to see all of this. I don't
right,
need you to just say, well, why you pocket watching? I have the right to pocket watch. You took my money. Okay. If I took your money, oh, this one right here, Spirit Lifted, thank you. Same thing with the conscious community. Promoting procreation without financial stability. I've said this constantly. The same people telling you you should have all these children. I'm like, first of all, you got the means to take care of that. You got the means to do all of this because you're telling people to have all of these kids to create life and not understanding that if you do that and you're not economically stable, you're putting more people into poverty, meaning you're making more people suffer. But see, this is what we're talking about in the unconscious community. They don't think. They don't think holistically. They think, like you said, hollow, one dimensionally. They
hmm
don't think about nationhood. They don't think about how economics works. And most importantly, like you said before, peer review. If you so conscious, why don't you go up against us in the BAIO? Why don't you go up against Cornell West? Why don't you go up against these black economists? Why don't you do that? You don't. Like I said, they think it's a sense of pride to debunk somebody on the internet, on Instagram Live, a regular person who's not an expert, and think they're smart and think they're an expert. Look, he corrects him, he checks him. He didn't do anything. He just
hmm
chose one ignorant person and then set in things that they're somehow intellectual. And like I told Vic, or like Vic commented when I was talking about cookies, I'm like, what you want, a cookie? You want a macadamia cookie, a chocolate chip cookie? You don't impress us. That doesn't impress me.
yeah. And like I said, the money thing for me, and this is one thing that I'm very adamant on. I don't believe like I believe that black folks, and I'm talking about the average black person, who are the core demographic of the conscious community. They need to tell these guys, I'm not giving you a dime until I'm paying money to my government in the form of taxes. That's what they should tell them. Instead of asking these people for money, how about establish a government that you can control and then you can collect taxes? Those taxes will go to your government, and that way you have full transparency.
Mm-hmm. We need to see the filing, what kind of company you did. I should be able to see all that. I should be able to have access to all of this information, trademarks, licenses. I should have access to all of this information. Because if you're giving me all this information, that creates a sense of trust that I know that the people who I'm donating my money are open about what they're doing. I don't have to get leaks from inside and say, this is what the person is actually doing, this is what he's actually doing with the money. And like you said, I'm adamant against people giving me money. I remember one time, Holip, and this is just an example. Was I remember a situation where I thought, I lost my wallet. Okay, and one of my friends was kind enough to give me money, and I was so against that because for me, I understand you care, and to me, I appreciate that. I really do, and I ended up taking it and embracing it. But it's just for me, I'm like you. I have a sense of integrity. I don't want to take your money. I don't want your money. Not because I don't appreciate your gift and your love. I love it. We value it. But for us, it's just we want you to know that when we take your money, we are doing it for a cause, and you will see benefits from it. It's not like these other groups of people where they take the money, like the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Let's call it what it is. And allegedly, we don't know what happened to the money. He raised all of this money, and now we don't know where the money went. Or FDMG, fam, the money gone. We're not like that.
And like I've been through the first Million Man March, and every time I think about it, even though the day itself was beautiful and the energy was beautiful, the brothers and the spirit of everybody that was there was beautiful. In retrospect, it makes me so angry because it was squandered energy. And I don't think it'll ever happen again where you get a million black men in one place and they're all on the same page and you did absolutely nothing with that energy. Which made me come to the conclusion that maybe the whole point of the Million Man March was to break our spirit. Maybe it was the exact opposite of what people thought it was. It wasn't about coming together and forming anything. It wasn't about building off of anything because nothing got built, nothing got formed. So maybe it was just to destroy our spirit. Maybe that was the whole point. If you can get a bunch of us together and make them all think that we're going to do something and we don't, maybe they'll drop out of this conscious thing and this nationhood thing and this empowerment thing altogether. And isn't that what happened? I know the people that I came up with, a lot of them just dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
They got tired. They said, this is going nowhere. What the hell am I even doing? I got to live my life. I got a short amount of time on this earth. I got to do me. And can you blame them?
No, absolutely not.
It was, hi, this is Spirit Lifters. Greetings, brothers.
Hey, and speaking
Hey.
of which, Spirit Lifters was at the Million Man March with me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And it was an incredible high to be amongst so many black families. Um, and what I will take from it is the fact that we showed the naysayers. I agree with you. Holip, that I share exactly in your anger and deep disappointment, for all the dollars that was collected, all
Mm-hmm.
the dollars that were collected, and we to this day have no idea where those dollars went. Um, that's incredibly heart-wrenching for me. At the same time, though, I relish in the memory that when we left that place, we left DC spotless.
Yep.
There was no crime, there was no upsets of any kind, there was no trash anywhere. We left. So if that doesn't tell you what we are capable of when beautiful black minds gather together for the purpose of righteousness, nothing will.
Yep. And could you imagine what that could have been had we had real leadership?
Right.
You got a million black men. And like I said, I tell this story all the time, and you were there, you know. If you took a $20 bill, held it up in the air, that $20 bill would go 50 to 100 yards to a basket without anybody taking it.
Yep. Yep.
That's the spirit of the brothers that were there. You know what I mean? And to have that squandered is just inexcusable.
It is.
Imagine if you had a 1,000,000-man march to Liberia.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's powerful.
Yeah. We want 1,000,000 people in Liberia. 1,000,000.
And what's so crazy about the whole thing about what you guys are talking about with the 1,000,000-man march was that hearing that and knowing that nothing came about it, like you said, it hurts because I look at it like I spent my time and energy getting to DC, believing that something was going to happen. And then you're not transparent with me. You don't have any goals. And so to many of them, like you said, it felt like they wasted their time because we took the time to do this. We thought something was going to happen. And for you to not give them anything, for
Yep.
things to still going on the way that it did, that's a demoralizer.
Yep. And you lose people. Like Holip said, you lose people. You lose well-intended people.
Mm-hmm. And that was exactly how Spirit Lifters, one of the things that I spoke out why the BIO, we call out people in the conscious community. Because you can't have nationhood when there's no trust. You can't have nationhood when you got people who have been hurt. Because when we go up to these people and say, hey, we have a vision, we have something for you, this is what you can do, everybody's going to be second guessing us because of what the conscious community did. Because they took
Yep.
their money. They were the ones who committed fraud. They're in jail.
Yep.
Now we have to go over the top to show them that we are for what we are when it shouldn't have been that way. You should not be profiting off of people's emotions and people's suffering, knowing that people are giving you sometimes their only money. Y'all know who I'm
Yep.
talking about, where a man gave a person in the conscious community their dad's inheritance
Oh
because
my gosh.
that right there to me is what I can't stand. The conscious, this man gave him money's worth of his father's inheritance because he believed in this man's vision, and now he's fighting to get it back. The person's not charged, but he now has to fight to get his money back because this person in the conscious community wants to take advantage of people instead of saying, this man is willing to give me this money, you hold on to it till I can come up with something. You hold on to your money until I can come up with something, until I can show you that this is profitable. Then I will gladly have it. But
Right.
that was never given. And to hear these stories, when you hear these stories about people who survive with these people, you see the same trends. The same trends.
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back and win. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise the